So yes, the obvious point of discussion is Rahane's captaincy. So in Kohli's absence, not only did he fill into that position, but I think he did a great job out of it. His field placements, especially the leg slips and all the bowling changes with the astute captaincy of a Mumbai player, I think with Siraj not coming in the first session and then opening in the next session. So how do you see that? Who wants
See,
to go first? Yeah.
I want to, yeah, I want to start here. See, if you do the ordinary, you can't expect extraordinary. You know, if you didn't have a Joginder Sharma, possibly the T20 World Cup wouldn't have come home. So you have to pull some things out of your hat, and possibly he saw, he knew beforehand that Kohli will be leaving from Australia and he'll have to take over. Possibly he tried to think what more or what extra he can do, which possibly Kohli did not try in the first test. And he did, I think he ticked all the boxes, bringing Ashwin early on and the correct field placements. So all these things, worked brilliantly. And he, like Mayank was saying, if hindsight and certain risks pay off and we call him a good captain, of course. But, if I recently was, I think today or yesterday, I was reading Ishan's view on Rahane as a captain, and he was saying that Rahane is a bowler's captain. So he would make a bowler feel comfortable than himself being feeling comfortable. If bowler feels that I need a leg gully, or if you've seen today also there was a leg gully as well as a two slips on the offside. He will make the bowler more comfortable than himself feeling more comfortable with the field, and that again is, I think, quite a difference to the captaincy style of Kohli and Rahane. One more aspect which I feel was, the inclusiveness of Rahane. People may be accepting him more, and Kohli being King Kohli and being the dominating captain that he is. Especially under such immense pressure in Australia, getting out at 36, bundled out and rising from there, and you make one silly mistake, you may, feel shy of even, taking an extra risk to do something more. I think that worked well, with Rahane. People will feel more comfortable around him than Kohli possibly in this test. And I think if they perform well and Rahane gets lucky, it'll be immense pressure on Kohli to prove himself as a test captain at least.
So I also observed this, that even Ashwin and Umesh and many players were coming with their suggestions, going to bowlers.
Yes.
And it looked like many players were backing Rahane as a captain, which you would not see in Kohli's presence.
With Kohli.
So
He's
he
dominant.
seems to be a more of an intimidating character, and everybody.
Yes.
Yeah. So what's your take, Mike? You are a Kohli bug, so let us hear your.
I am a bhakt of him as a performer, never as a captain. I have clearly said that I think in ODI, definitely Rohit would be a better captain. I've always maintained that. But at the same time, there is no way you can take away his captaincy in limited overs because India is performing well. There's nothing you can do. And Rohit can always as a vice captain advise. So anyway, I don't think that change is happening anytime soon. But coming back to
for
the
some
match,
other day, Mike, because performing well in bilaterals and losing all the ICC tournaments is not good enough. For a team like India, we have to perform better.
Yeah, probably a topic for another time. So coming back.
Very controversial, yeah.
Okay, so excuse me. So on current match, I would say everything that Rahane did, it kind of worked. Like everything that you didn't expect him to do, he did, and it worked. You got Ashwin in 11th over, it worked. You had Siraj bowl in second session and not at all in first session, it worked. Then you have the field placements. I think one place only that they got wrong was that initially they had 2 slips and 2 gullies. They didn't have a third slip, and a catch went there, which obviously went for a boundary. And then he moved 1 gully out and made it 3 slips and a gully. And after that, it was a much better lineup. Probably they had some strategy, maybe based on the bounce or something. They were expecting people to drive more and needed two gullies. That's again his choice. Uh, Another thing was that the slips were very close together. We have seen cases where there is confusion and ball goes in between. I think he wanted slip cordon to be very confident and do exactly what they wanted, and he was happy to have an extra slip for that. So that was a good thing to see. Usually you will have a two slip and a gully, or later on one slip and a gully, but he maintained three slips for a very long time, which which gives a lot of confidence to bowler as well, that
Yes.
I'm backing you. Even if you go for runs, it's okay, but I'm backing you that you will get a nick, and I don't want to let that go. I want to grab that. So that's in a way aggressive. However, you don't associate aggressive with him, but it is in a way aggressive. So that's something really worked out. uh, Other than that, I think he has been an excellent fielder anyway. Even in first Test match, he never dropped anything that came to him, and he has done well today as well as a catcher. So hats off to that as well. Another point of his captaincy that we are yet to see is the team selection. He went ahead with five bowlers. As Shashank said, he invests a lot in bowlers. Even when we played in India, he went with five bowlers there also. But we'll have to see how that works out, because it's like
Yeah.
you're replacing Kohli with little bit improved batsman, wicket keeper, and an all-rounder, right? A bowling all-rounder. So that's not how you replace Kohli, to be frank. But he did that. So we'll have to see how that works out. So
And
that's another aspect.
yeah.
Let's see. I hope it works in his favor, in our favor rather. So
And
that's another.
Shashank bhai, if a wicket is to fall quickly tomorrow morning, do you expect Rahane to walk in at 4, or will he maintain his position of 5 and send Vihari in at 4?
It's a call. I think he would be happy to send Vihari up. My feeling is Vihari should also get more time to spend on the crease. Uh, I, I'm more confident about Pant and Jadeja's role here. With Australia's bowling lineup, it is predictable that at some point of time we'll lose
Yeah.
wickets. But you have X factor in Pant and Jadeja, which possibly is going to make the difference. Our tail didn't wag last time in Adelaide, and their tail usually wags. And hopefully this time with Jadeja and Pant, even few quick runs of 30-40 runs will add a lot of value to our total score. That's what I'm looking forward to. And one aspect of Rahane's captaincy, which I think was touched upon by Mayank, and even I had in my notes, was the selection. Now that, of course, I'm assuming that captain will have a bigger role in that. And only thing I would have preferred was Saha in place of Pant, because you know you need for a 5-day test match, you need a full-time proper specialist keeper. And
Yes.
if you saw today, if you saw the match today, you saw balls flying here and there from Pant, and even that crucial controversial run out which was not given. Had it been possibly Dhoni or maybe even Saha, you could have managed a fraction of a second somewhere. But
Yeah.
when it comes to players like Pant and Rahul, I would even rate below Pant in keeping.
Of course.
And Pant truly today struggling in keeping. And you don't want a crucial wicket to go
Yeah.
away just because of your keeping. And
Sure.
anyway, Pant is going to come to bat at 6 and 7. So ultimately, I think Saha, of course, he's not in top form with bat, but he should have gone with a specialist keeper. Is my only hitch. Other than that, the other options were, I think we lost Mayank.
Yeah.
The other option was only Vihari and KL. The other switch option. So, but I think Vihari coming in only as a test specialist deserves a second chance. And I think if he fails this time again, possibly in the third test, we'll see Rahul moving in, either in place of Vihari or Mayank. That's the only possibility, because Rohit will also come in.
Yeah, that becomes a little tricky because you have to give Rohit the next
Yes,
2 test matches. So
yes, there is
Mayank
no
goes
doubt.
out and Vihari goes out. Both of them have to go out.
Vihari goes. Yes, yes. Or or Rahul will continue to be unlucky and might miss a chance in this third test also. But only if Vihari scores today or in this test,
Yeah,
then it will be difficult to unseat him, and then you'll only have Mayank to ask him to sit out and replace him with Rohit. So selection is going to be tricky. I would have preferred to see Saha in place of Pant. Rest, I'm confident. I think I'm confident with the team. I think that he's picked. It looks good.
yeah. I think Pant came in only to compensate for the batting depth
Batting.
because you had
Yeah,
5 bowlers and you wanted a specialist keeper batsman.
right.
I
And
think
credit to Saha, I would say that for a keeper, if you are not talking about him in a match and he doesn't feature in the highlights, that means he is doing a good job, I think. So Saha
Right,
never
right.
really features in the highlights. So he does
No,
a
you're right.
spotless job. Yeah.
And to his merit, he is a good, technically sound batsman. Seeing if you see Bengal's performance and even his Ranji performance, he's been among runs, even as a proper batsman. So
Sure.
being a specialist keeper, but he's also a good batsman. So of course in
even in
IPL also
IPL,
he's opened. Yeah, he's opened for Hyderabad and in place of Bairstow, and he did well. So and I was assuming that he'll play at least one good knock in the 2 innings, but failed to. Hopefully, he'll come good in third or fourth if he gets a chance.
see, there was no way you could play 5 bowlers with Saha. We talked about it in our previous podcast that if Jadeja is available, he should be considered, and then we'll have to upgrade our batting
Yeah.
and get Pant in place of Saha. However, we were imagining that he'll come in place of Vihari
Yeah.
instead,
Yeah.
but that did not happen, and we expected maybe KL to play there at 2 or 5, at 4 or 5. So it's yeah. I mean, I'm still surprised how this happened, because as a pure batsman, I don't think Vihari would be better than Rahul, and Rahul should have been given a chance in middle order, and now he is definitely not gonna get a chance. Now, if you are up, if you are promoting Vihari and you are trying to establish him at a higher order, let's say 4 or 5, whichever place he comes in, you have to give him enough games,
Yeah,
right?
but
It's not like
that is only a temporary slot, right? Number 4 is
Yeah.
reserved for
but temporary for the rest of the series.
yeah, rest of the series. Yes, it is open.
Right? But if he doesn't do well in this match, are you taking that pressure and do you want to have KL in next match? If yes, then you're not doing good to his confidence, right? And I
That's
had
the
the
key
same
question
point with
that
Shaw also, right? That there is only 5 matches the guy has played. You know that next match Rohit will come in, and Mayank is your first opener. Even though he doesn't do well, you have to play Mayank and Rohit in third and fourth test, right? So why not just give Prithvi Shaw another shot and let him go? You are giving Gill a chance. Now Gill will play, right? If he plays well and Mayank, let's say, scores only 20-30 runs in next innings, and Gill has scored a half century, who will you drop in third match? You are forced to drop Gill because Mayank is your well-established, well-proven opener who has not done well in 2 tests. That's it. You cannot drop him, and that's the whole problem, right?
thankfully
So
we have
again,
a problem of plenty. That's a good problem to have, that you have plenty of replacements. Rather than having
no,
dearth
but
of.
it's not a problem of plenty because you're not able to give them enough chances. So either you define that you are doing a rotation like they did when Sachin, Sehwag, Gambhir were there, and you were doing a rotation. And Ganguly was also there, right? You wanted to do a rotation. Uh, Whatever the reason was,
That was
old
in
player, they
ODIs, I
cannot
think
field,
so.
or whatever
Yeah,
the reason
ODI.
was, but they
Yes.
were rotating,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? So do you define a rotation here? No, your openers are already not doing well. How do you define a rotation?
No,
You cannot do that.
see,
So you have to have proper set batsmen, back them for a long time. Had you not done that, Rohit Sharma would not have played more than 30 matches.
No,
for
agree.
India.
I think Rohit made a comeback in tests. He never continued to stay. He made a comeback after again, scoring a double century in maybe ODI. Then he, was an obvious selection because he's in top form. Other than that, if you see
No, no.
technically, I still feel that
He was
Rohit
still
is not.
selected. He was still not selected as an opener. It happened that there was some meme circulating on Twitter that why is Rohit not batting, and Rohit liked that meme, and that thing became viral. That Rohit is also pushing that he should be an opener, and he got a chance because there were injuries. Prithvi Shaw was not available because of some incident that had happened, and uh, we had given up on Rahul and Dhawan as openers. So we only had Mayank Agarwal, and Prithvi Shaw was also out, and we had no other option. That is when Rohit was given that role, right? It was not like he was doing well in limited, and that's why, okay, let's put him as a test opener also. We didn't have a choice. We didn't have an option, and that's why he was put in, and he did well, right? And now we have
But,
established that Rohit and Mayank are our first choice openers because both of them have done well. In fact, Rohit overall average in test I think is around 45 or so, which is not bad. So he has
no,
never done bad.
point is playing overseas. In India, if you see test
Yeah.
batting averages, I think most players will be very good. And in India you have flat pitches. And
Yeah, of
and
course.
and the trio of spin works here. The magic of spin works here. But in seaming conditions, everybody has struggled, including Rohit. And of course, I mean it's not a formidable opening batting that we have today. And only contention here that I figure out is Shaw being dropped after a couple of tests. But in the team environment, there are a few things that we can't see. The manner of dismissal of Shaw, if you see, in both the tests put together, the
Yeah.
4 dismissals, a huge gap between bat and pad, and bouncing back from that level of confidence and then dropping catches, possibly you're not in a good frame of mind. More than the batting ability, sometimes it is the attitude that will work in a place like Australia. So possibly bits and pieces player like Jadeja, he will somehow manage to pick 1 or 2 wickets and score a quick 40. But you can never say that he's a better bowler than Ashwin or a better batsman than Kohli or a Mayank. So point is, he's in a good frame of mind and in good positive attitude, and he's performed in somewhere in Australia. So possibly, that didn't work for Shaw. Because the manner of dismissals you see, it will be disappointing for any cricket fan. In the first over, you open the floodgate between bat and pad, and the ball is getting inside slowly, smoothly into hitting the wickets. Sadly for him, he's been trolled for that, but that's where he has to come good.
I think something similar is happening with Mayank also.
Yeah.
Even he's doing that very high backlift, and before his bat comes down, it's all over. And that
Yeah.
would happen in such conditions with such bowlers. So that is a similar problem. Of course, the technique is very different, but the similar problem of high backlift and not being able to put your bat down in time and close that gap between pad. So that's a problem with Mayank Agarwal also of late. So
I think that's
I think
another aspect. Another aspect that we don't know how much our coach is useful there, and how much of technical these small advices are available to these people, because these are all young batch, right? I mean, if you see Mayank, Shaw, and they've never played against such a formidable bowling attack of Australia in Australia. Slight adjustment of stance and the place where you place yourself in the crease. Should it be 2 inches, 2 steps ahead or 2 steps backward, and your backlift? Small adjustments could play a major role, but you don't know if they're getting this support with the kind of coach that you have right now.
That's another discussion, but I'm sure these basic things which we can talk about, definitely they are talking about. One thing I noticed today was between the 2 legs, I think his front foot, it was way wide. Not wide, I would say the distance between
He's
2
got
legs
a wide stance,
way too much. Like wide stance, you would say when you are angling
like Steve Smith.
side the wicket, but he's straight and his legs are apart. And I was surprised to see that. And he's doing a lot of foot movement. Probably it's helping him to get into a front foot or a back foot much faster. Maybe front foot much faster, not back foot. But I saw that he was trying to do something, of course, with it didn't work out, but it was something different he was trying today.
But to be
Yeah.
fair to Mayank, I think the way Stark bowled the first over, I mean, it was just fabulous.
It's yes. You just couldn't escape. I mean, there is no way. I mean, you had to get out at some delivery,
Yes.
and he picked the sixth one. You didn't have a choice. You know, balls moving here and there at that pace, and you have to you have to show your face to the bat. It was tough. It was tough.
I think that was another reason why Rahane picked 5 bowlers, because
Right.
if you look at Australian batsmen, they are not doing great either. It's other than
Right.
their number 3 and 4, and you can compare it with R3 and 5 or R3 and 4, depending on where Rahane bats. We are probably a better batting side, even though we got 39, whatever, 36.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even after that, we are probably a better batting lineup, but they are much better bowling lineup at the moment because of our injury. Otherwise, it would have been a thrilling test match. And probably that's the reason why he felt the need of a 5th bowler. And that's why we have Jadeja in. So let's see. And
Sometimes,
Jadeja,
sorry, go ahead.
Even though he didn't take any wickets, he was pretty tight. I think he was bowling well, like he usually does.
He picked one.
Yeah.
He picked one.
Yes.
Yeah, he picked one. But
see, sometimes you see.
I would
even
give
after
two.
picking
I
6
would
wickets,
give 2 to Jadeja actually. The catch wicket also
Right.
deserves.
Right.
He deserves that
Right.
wicket.
So sometimes what happens is you pick good 6 wickets and the tail wags so long that you end up 120 for 6 and maybe 200 all out. So another 80 runs for just 3-4 wickets, which are like Pat Cummins, Stark, and Lyon. So at that time you need a good part timer. Possibly a Sehwag would have done it. But I think that's where a 5th bowler will help tremendously. And of course, with batting, of course, Jadeja has a flair, and nowadays he's in good form. If he can score good 20-25 runs on this pitch, it'll be world of good for India.
Overall, I think Rahane did a good job with captaincy, and
Undoubtedly.
he has been able to fill in the big boots of Virat Kohli, and let us hope he does well.
Not so big, if you ask me. But again, we have to see all 3 test matches, all 6 innings, or rather all 12 innings, because bowling, batting, both sides. So then only we can make a call, because otherwise it's all a hindsight thing, right? Because something may work, something may not work.
So you've seen Kohli for long, right? So you see anything different, you can appreciate, because
definitely
it is
expected Rahane to be better. There is no doubt there. But
see,
how
Kohli,
good is the call is something we'll know.
Currently, unfortunately, we don't have an alternative, a good alternative. That's another issue. And the brand and the dominance of Kohli is very difficult to replace. And you need somebody as gutsy as possibly Sourav Ganguly who can possibly unseat him from captaincy. Sachin had to give away his captaincy. He was always a good batsman, but never a good captain. When Anil Kumble was brought as a coach, he couldn't fit in the same camp along with Kohli. So it's very difficult to take a head-on clash with Kohli. So at this point of time, at the peak of his career and the brand that he is, possibly nobody will take a chance of risking his own professional career for unseating a captain. So that's the challenge. But I think it is coming. He's becoming exposed in terms of his captaincy. If you look at his at the cups that he's won, I mean, although it may be very petty, but IPL with the kind of team, with the kind, AB de Villiers being so unlucky that being in RCB for 12-13 years, he's never won a cup. And unfortunately, he could never build a team. Virat, unfortunately, couldn't build a team. If you look at, and if you look at Chennai, he brought Mohit Sharma also into Indian camp. Jadeja, Ashwin, all these are products of Chennai. So somehow, he's been able to nurture talent, and which possibly
Dhoni played.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Kohli has to only focus on his batting. That will win more, games for India than his captaincy.
So if Rahane manages to win a couple of these tests, then this controversy will spice up even further. Yeah.
Further,
Yeah.
definitely.
I just hope they don't pull poor Anushka in again, but it's just him.
Yeah, it's just him. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not cut out to be a leader. He's just not cut to be a leader. He's good as a player. He's not cut to be a leader. That's the only case. I mean, you can't blame him. That's his personality.
Yeah, and
And Dhoni was never
Virat Kohli, the batsman, is irreplaceable. I mean, he is
irreplaceable.
he's the best at the
He's
moment.
best in the world. Best
Yeah.
in the world. Best in the world. So there is no replacement. Possibly he will do even better with his batting if he focuses only on his batting. But
Yeah.
now, in this year, thankfully, no, still, I think this year, only year where he couldn't score a century.
Yes.
And thanks to, I think, Rahane, who got him run out. Otherwise, he would have possibly scored in the last match. But yeah, so I think, he's not cut to be a leader. He's not a leader. He's exposed and he's shown it so many times, but nobody has the guts to do it. So it's a matter of time, I feel. Same like Sachin. It'll happen.
Yeah.
It'll happen one day.